Ask you this question about which double-digit seed. There's 3 left. I want to ask you, you mentioned Tennessee as one of them. They've won 3 games already because they had a play-in game. Which double-digit seed is most likely to make the Final Four? If you had to pick one of them, Stanford's at 10. They play Dayton in this round of 16. And then Tennessee, of course, plays Michigan on the other side of the bracket. Which one of those double-digit seeds would you think is most likely, Mike, to make the Final Four?
Well, Stanford, because they play defense like nobody. And I also think... Tennessee has a much tougher road to hoe. I mean, they'd have to beat Michigan and Louisville or Kentucky. I don't see that happening. So I think Stanford.
Dan?
I could go either way between those 2 teams, but I would probably lean Tennessee. I think Tennessee has probably underachieved talent versus record all year, and they're obviously playing well right now. They already, they have to win the play-in game too, so they've won 3 games, and obviously, I don't think that they're going to be intimidated at this point. They beat Iowa from the Big Ten. I think that you're right that they do have the toughest road, but I think that they probably have the most talent of those 3 teams. So I would say Tennessee.
Mr. Ray?
Yeah, I would agree with Dan. I mean, as much as I think it'll be difficult for any of them, and it should be easier to pick either Dayton or Stanford because they play each other, so one of them is going to. But it's just easier to see. It's easier for me to envision Tennessee getting through Michigan and then Louisville or Kentucky than it is to see either Stanford or Dayton beating Florida. I just don't see that happening.
I'll bet you guys lunch. I'll bet you guys lunch that Michigan beats Tennessee this week.
I think you're right, though. I would agree with you, Mike. I think Stanford would be the team. They could match up physically with Florida.
So now it'll probably be Dayton.
So now it'll be Dayton since none of us. No love for the Flyers. All right, let's move on to the.
It's interesting that both Stanford and Tennessee could be facing a conference rival if they did win that first game. It could theoretically be Stanford, UCLA, and Tennessee.
Oh, you're right, UCLA, because UCLA plays Florida.
The fact that you thought of that is cool.